Okay, says that we're live here. So let's get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. As you can see, I'm live on this setup here. I'm still trying to understand how this works from here. So let me just give me a second as I try and check this out and see what we look like um, from the channel itself. I'm not looking at it from the channel. So I'm still trying to work out how this works, and then we're going to get into our show. There's lots to talk about. My word, there's lots to talk about. Let me go to the page. Go to my page a second. I'll get to the channel page. Come out the studio, really. So I'm going to try and share the stream as well if I can. Let me see now. My channel. So just see if it comes. So I can get it on the channel. Bear with me a second. I'm still getting used to using this. Hey, GB Boxing. Hope you're well. Let's see if I can see myself on this. It shows live on. I want to. There we are. It does show us. Let's see now. Put it up here. Just add this. Bear with me. Come on, come on. Okay. So yeah, it's come up here. It's taking its time to load up, but okay. It's great. Let me just add this a second. Bear with me a second, people. Still trying to get. Yeah, Piotr, hope you're well. See you in the room. Let's get this saved up here, and we're going to get into this chat. Be interesting chat, say the least. Might be popular with some people, might not be so popular with others. Let's get this shared as well, and let's get our people out there, get them knowing that this show is live, and that they can join in. So, still trying to understand how you work this and use this um, system, but it's definitely a better system. Once I can get it right, then we're going to have some really great shows on it. There we go. Right, so everybody knows where we are. We can start this show. Yeah, I've heard that, but I'll talk about that as well. Um, okay, I'll go for the stream. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. As I always say, if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button. Also, if you want to become a member of BWTM Sports Gaming, of course, hit the join button and you can become a member as well. Good evening to our viewers around the world. And I say that with great respect and great, very, very humbly say that because I was walking down the road. I'll tell you what I was walking down Stoke Newington High Street in North London, minding my business, walking down the road. And I was in one of those moments. I was thinking, I've got so many things going in my life at the moment, so many exciting projects to be a part of, so many great networks that are building at the moment, so many great things that happen at this minute in time. This coronavirus arrives. You know, my nan's been in hospital. Thank God she's out of hospital now, and it's all good. But because of it, and London being in lockdown, I'm in London now. My grandmother's 90 plus years old. My mum's 70 years old. My sister, my dad are stuck in Grenada because of the lockdown. There's all kind of crazy at the moment what's going on. So I was kind of walking down the road. Well, I was walking down the road. This was on Tuesday. I was walking down the road. And then I heard a voice go, "Oi, oi, mate, oi." So, you're walking down the road and you get who's? So is he called oi? It's not me. So I'm walking, it goes, "Oi!" So I turn my head. This guy puts his thumb out of the bus. He's literally stopped the bus. It's 106 bus going to Finsbury Park, Stoke Newton High Street, just going past the Halifax, and stops just outside Trayman's and across the road from the KFC. He puts his thumb out. He goes, "Oi, mate." He said, "You got a YouTube channel, isn't it?" I go, yeah. He goes, "I love your work. Keep going. I want you to know you're doing great, fantastic work. I watch both your channels, BWTM online, and I watch BWTM Sports. Been a long time supporter, and I just want to let you know, keep up the great work." I was like, dang. So, well, thank you. I'm humbled, and it's not the first time it's happened. I was in Walthamstow. A police officer approached me. He went, "I know you. Your name's Ingram." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You do the boxing, right?" I say, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I see your work. I really like it. I'm subscribed to your channel." Like, okay. So, I think to myself, well, okay, fair enough. People are watching the channel, despite what others say, and it's nice to get stopped in the street and people appreciate the work that you do. So I just wanted to say thank you to you, the people out there, even the people that say that they hate and are always complaining. Thank you, because you know what? It's because of you out there, particularly the people out there who've always got something to say back and forth, nothing positive to say. Thank you, because without you, don't give me the energy to go and do some positive things. So I'm actually in East London at the moment, and this is the best I can do of things. So I'm doing a video here to talk about things because I kind of found that I've been doing a lot of videos recently, but they've not been on YouTube. So I'm doing this now for the channel and to discuss about the coronavirus. Now, as far as for me, I'm a pretty positive type of guy. I am a deeply spiritual man, and I don't subscribe to the fact that you should have a spirit of fear. I believe you should have a sound mind, and I believe that you should be well informed of what's going on to the best of your ability. And if you don't know, knowledge is power. If you don't know, find somebody who does know and get beside somebody who does know as to what's going on. I will say that much. Okay, there is a coronavirus that's out there, but my pastor, Pastor Jefferson, would say coronavirus. In other words, it's saying, well, yeah, there may well be a virus out there, but that's not going to be the dominating factor of my life. Some people have made the coronavirus the dominating factor in their life. You understand? And this is I'm going to relate this to the boxing in a minute, but hear me out. The coronavirus has become the dominating factor in their life now. Corona is everything to them. You understand? So when corona is everything to someone, that's become like a god to their life. It's become the centerfold of their life. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I don't know if you get what I'm saying by that. Yes, BG London, good to see you. They become the centerpiece of their life. Do you understand? They are trapped with fear. They fear and they can't operate. They can't think. So therefore they have to rely on the government to think for them. Do you understand? You can't think for yourselves. So you need somebody to tell you need to wash your hands. You need somebody to tell you to wash your hands. So what have you been doing pre coronavirus? You not been washing your hands? You ain't been cleaning your ass? What is wrong with you people? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why is it, oh, wash your hands? You should be washing your hands. You dirty people. Wash your damn stinking hands. I know some of you are downright dirty. Go to the toilet, don't wash your hands. So that's with that. And what's with the big thing with the toilet? Everyone's running for toilet rolls. Why, you never had toilet rolls in your house before? You ain't been cleaning your house with toilet rolls before? I don't understand something I don't understand. I don't get it. Me, I don't get it. I don't understand. But you know what? I still don't get it. But then it is what it is. So coronavirus. The question I'm asking tonight is: is there is the coronavirus a blessing in disguise? Now, for me, in the world of boxing, I think the coronavirus is a tremendous blessing to a lot of our fighters. The problem with a lot of our fighters today, they can't think outside the box. So they think you know, uh, gym, train, fight, gym, train, fight. You rest, gym, train, fight. That's the way their brain kind of operates for the most part. And so they don't think about promoting themselves as a fighter. They don't see themselves as a business. They leave their business dealings with the promoter and expect the promoter to do the work. I expect the manager to do the work, and all they want to do is just fight. That's all well and good, but don't then afterwards, if you've not won an Olympic gold medal or you've not won a world amateur championship, we've not, don't expect to be put at the front of the queue and people want to pay attention to you. You've got to have something about you, right? And here's where we come into the situation with this coronavirus. Okay, a lot of fighters. Now watch this. The way I look at it is this: the coronavirus to a lot of fighters, I think to every fighter on the planet should be a blessing. What do you mean by that? Well, check this. If you're thinking, focusing particularly just on the virus itself, then yeah, I understand you've got that spirit of fear about you and you're concerned about this and that. Fine. There's a difference between being concerned and having awareness than being fearful and being paralyzed by fear and not doing anything about it, being reactive rather than proactive. So this is what I mean by this. So the coronavirus is about social distancing and all the rest of it, blah, 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 blah. But the things you could be doing now, you could be taking this time to, if you haven't got a Facebook page, open a Facebook page. If you haven't got a Twitter page, open a Twitter page. If you haven't got an Instagram page, open an Instagram page. This is a great opportunity for you to interact with other fans, build new fans, build a fan base, right? Build your fan base, build your popularity, start getting onto YouTube, do interviews with other YouTubers. Get on YouTube and become part of the YouTube community. Go to different good, reputable boxing communities and do interviews with these guys. These are the things you need to be talking about. I think it's very important as fighters. You need to be looking at expanding your brand. It is so important to expand your brand. Okay, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to expand your brand. Okay, you can spend time with your family and friends, but you can also expand your brand as well. So important to expand your brand. Okay, or if you don't have a brand, making a brand. This is a good opportunity for you to look for better, to you first personally, to be start sending emails out to other potential sponsors in the future. This is what you can be doing. Don't leave that to your manager. If you want a percentage, don't leave it to the damn promoter. Do it yourself. This is an excellent opportunity now for fighters to remodel their boxing careers. This is a great opportunity for you to. You see, I see the coronavirus and what's going on is like a cocoon. Like a cocoon. What a cocoon does is it protects that which is within it, just a protection. And then afterwards, when you come out the cocoon, you get the butterfly, right? So this point in time is under the cocoon, you do all the hard work. So these fighters could learn how to listen. You got a trainer, you could change trainer. Great opportunity to change trainers. Perfect example now. Deontay Wilder. This thing is a blessing for his career. He should should be getting with a trainer and working with a trainer to set up his boxing style to prepare him for his rematch with Tyson Fury. This is the perfect opportunity for you, Mr. Wilder, to get yourself a trainer. The three guys I would advise for you to go, and nobody else. There's only three guys that can train you in the heavyweight division. Nobody else qualifies. Nobody. No damn Teddy Atlas. No blasting Freddie Roach. I don't hear enough about them geezers. No Robert Garcia. Guys who train heavyweight boxers. Three trainers. Tommy Brooks, James Ali Bashir, and Stacey McKinley. Three guys have worked with the best heavyweights in the world, past and present era. Okay? James Ali Bashir has worked with Wilder before in the Klitschko camps. You've got Stacey McKinley, who's worked with X amount of heavyweight world champions. Yeah. And you've got Tommy Brooks, who's worked with Vander Holyfield and a list of other great heavyweight fighters. So those are guys who know about heavyweight boxing. So if I'm Deontay Wilder or I'm Deontay Wilder's think tank, those are the guys that Deontay Wilder needs to be looking at. Those three trainers. They all know about heavyweight boxing. They all know about the sweet science. They all have got his history and a legacy and a lineage that can go back 20 years, 30 years. They can do that. A lot of the trainers, they can't do that. And some of the trainers today are not heavyweight specialists. They train in the lighter weight divisions. He needs a heavyweight trainer that can give him heavyweight knowledge. Stacey McKinley has got the heavyweight factory, so Wilder would get excellent sparring. What he's got, Wilder, is not adequate. It's not good enough now. This is the opportunity now. The opportunity now, right? This is the opportunity now for him to take advantage of the situation, as far as I'm concerned. So it is a great opportunity for fighters um if you if not working out with your trainer, get a new trainer. A great opportunity for fighters who lack defensive skills to learn about developing their skill base. Real good opportunity, a great opportunity to go back in the gym and learn about the sweet science and taking the time to build on the sweet science. A great opportunity for fighters to lose the weight, get in shape, learn a new habit, learn a new way. You know, guys, there should be no excuses after this coronavirus lockdown is over. You fighters should be in top shape. You should be better fighters. Out of this coronavirus, you after this lockdown, you fighters should be better fighters. You should be better fighters. We should be better fighters technically, right? Physically stronger. Another thing is there should be more value in what you're doing. Do you understand? Because sometimes fighting, training, fighting, training, fighting, training, fighting, training, or resting, you know, you get yourself into habit and you almost become ungrateful of what you actually have. Now you actually can't fight. You can't make a living. You can't make a buck or two. You can't do it because of what's going on now. It makes you grateful to what you did have. So this is another reason why I think it's so important for fighters, you know, to really be about the business of boxing. All right, we know you can fight. We know you can fight. You've got hands. But what else can you do outside the box? You know, what other opportunities can you avenues can you look at outside the box sport of boxing? Right? Could you become a motivational speaker? Is that something you could do? Could you start building connections in your local, you know, along with local businesses? Can you do that? Can you be the face of the local businesses for the future? You understand? How serious are you about your career? Another thing, you always time these fighters talk about, oh, you know, I'm always getting a training camp and I've got to prepare for training camp and I don't get time to spend with my kids. Now you got time to spend time with your family. You can sit down and spend time with your family in a way you probably never would have been able to do it in your career because of what's going on with coronavirus now and the lockdown. You understand? So you've got an opportunity to spend time with family. You've also got an opportunity here in this situation because of coronavirus. Fights that you may have taken during this period where the lockdown is and there's no boxing, fights that could have been A, career ending, B, fights that you know may not have gone in your favor, or fights in the future that you may have taken today that may have taken you down a different pathway that may not have been in your favor. So really and truly, I think the coronavirus, despite its obviously what it's doing in killing people, which is unfortunate, but you know what? People die every day. People die every day. So I look at the death rate is going up and up every day. You know what? People die every day. That's not it's not being politically incorrect or anything. The fact of the matter is people die every day. Okay. I've just had a member of a close friend of the family pass away not too long ago. You understand? And the way they passed away is pretty sad. Um, Spirit broken and no hope in life, and that's what happens. It's a very sad situation. You know, you lose faith in life itself. You don't have a God or a faith to believe in, and then your spirit gets broken, and What happens? Very sad situation. Very, very sad. So, like I said, this is a great opportunity for fighters to expand. If you don't know how to open a Facebook page and you're a fighter, contact me. If you don't know how to set up your Twitter page, contact me. If you don't know how to set up your Instagram page, contact me. Talk to me. Don't worry about budgets. I'll be more than happy to help you out. You understand? But if there are a lot of fighters who are going to sit in their asses. They're just going to stay in the gym, tick over, get fit, and they're not going to get it. Deontay Wilder, if he wants to beat Tyson Fury, he needs to go to learn the sweet science of boxing. Greetings from Germany. Hello, how you doing, Christopher? Christopher, really great to see you. They need to spend time in the gym learning about the sweet science of boxing. It's so important. I think. I know a lot of people are not going to talk about it, but Nacha Burstein closed gym for the first time in 28 years. Yeah, a lot of people are being forced into a situation where they are closing gyms down. I spoke to a gentleman today. I was in Stoke Newington earlier. I had to print off two documents, right? I was lucky just in time to get that done. I was fortunate. I'm blessed. He was closing his shop down. I said, "Wait, what's all the rush? Why are you closing it down?" He said, "Oh, I'm fearful of the coronavirus." I said, "Okay, fair enough." And then he said to me, "Guess what? If I don't close it down, I'm gonna get fined £1,000." I went, dang. So my man was shutting the shop down, like shut down. I know a lot of people that don't mind spending, you know, being open. If they could be open 24 hours a day, they would be, right? If they don't mind making a quick buck. And their shops are shut. You understand? No independent there, man. They shut. Because the government are going to put a fine on their asses if they don't. £1,000 straight up, bam. You ain't important. Your business ain't important. So, but here's the thing: when we look at the Deontay Wilder situation, I use him because he's the most high-profile fighter at this minute in time that really needs the help. He can only learn. He can only develop as much as his trainer's knowledge is. You have to understand they've got a ceiling, and their ceiling, I don't believe, is going to be that high. Their ceiling is only going to be so high. You understand? Only so high, and then after that, um, after that, see, there another example of ceilings on fighters improving. Joseph Parker. You look at Joseph Parker and his trainer, right? Joseph Parker, he's not improving as a fighter. That's because his trainer can't give him anything else. So he keeps doing the same things over and over again. So you keep doing the same thing over again, same things over and over again, and you're not expanding. You're not learning how to block a left hook. You're not learning how to fight off the back foot. Your trainer doesn't teach you how to fight off the back foot. So for so long in Deontay Wilder's career, he's had a situation where he can just sit back, wait because he's the taller, longer guy, and then when he's ready, land that right hand, guys go over. He's had the luxury of that. Now he's gonna have to adapt his style. And we've seen enough now in boxing of recent times where guys have been able to transform their styles to be victorious in rematches. So I remember mentioning something to somebody about Deontay Wilder first round, his back leg being very dodgy. Um, and although he got beat by Tyson Fury, and I'm not making excuses, I'm not one of these guys to make excuses. He did look his back leg did look very dodgy from the first round. And I don't know why that is or why that would be, whether that is really genuine to do with the costume or something else happening pre fight. I don't know. So there it is. You know, I will say this much: no amount of fear, no amount of fear or fear mongering will bring about any successful or positive results. You can live and you can soak up all the fear you want. You can be aware of the situation. You can be aware and be informed. And then when you're aware and you're informed, you can make different choices. So you can be a prophet of doom or you can be an agent of change. That's the way I look at it. And I choose to be an agent of change rather than be a prophet of doom. So, are there any really, how many great trainers are there in the world today? There are very few great trainers. How many trainers do you know today that could say they've been in the sport 30, 40 years and have trained multiple world champions from different eras? You know, when you talk about Freddie Roach, his main fighter is Manny Pacquiao. It is, really. When you talk about Adam Booth, example, David Hay, you know, when you look at Virgil Hunter, not Virgil, it's Virgil, not Virgil Hunter. Yeah, Virgil Hunter. His fighter is Andre Ward. But other than Andre Ward, what's he really done? Then you look at someone like Derek James, who's trained Charlo, one of the Charlo brothers, and he's got Errol Spence, two quality fighters. He's doing quite well there, and a couple of other fighters in that gym as well. Teddy Atlas is still unproven to me. Robert Garcia is cool, but seem to work with Mexican fighters, the guys that come forward, but they've never been defensive wizards. Always seem to get hit with punches all the time. You understand? Bernstein's a very experienced trainer there as well. There are a lot of good trainers out there, but you've got outstanding trainers as well who've trained 30, 40 world champions. But again, Wilder needs a trainer that is going to be of, and I think, and I'm not just saying this, out of the three of them who are possible training Wilder, the best guy would be, if I was managing Wilder, I would get James Ella Bashir to be working with him. All now, Bashir would be working with him. All now, Bashir would be working with Wilder, sitting down, watching tapes, and actually really getting into the meat and bones of the sweet science of boxing. Little subtle moves, how he can move his head, how he can set his hands up. Whether we're backing up with his chin up in the air. Do you know what I mean? How he can learn to actually block punch with his hands. Do you know what I mean? Deflect punches, use his head work, use his head. Do you know what I mean? Use his feet better, get himself into better positions. How he can find better ways of loading up with better ways of how to shoot the right hand. Wilder, because as well, when you've got Bashir, think about it. The Kronk gym was built mainly around Emmanuel Stewart. Think about it. Emmanuel Stewart's right hand man. People in boxing are so dumb. Emmanuel Stewart's right hand man was James Ali Bashir. And Emmanuel Stewart is considered one of the greatest trainers ever. Why would you not use that knowledge? But no, can't think for yourself. You've got to follow what the media say, who these other trainers are. Don't get it. Don't get it. Do you know what I mean? But you see a lot of these trainers, a lot of these fighters today they think they can manage their careers and manage themselves, and they can't. They're the most indisciplined ones of them all. Where are the fighters today where a guy like Andre Ward, Lennox Lewis, Marvin Hagler, Floyd Mayweather, a different type of mentality. When these guys get into camp and they shut the doors in camp, they are working, and they've got just a different vibe when these guys get into camp and train. Really is. You know, a real different vibe when these guys get into camp, and you see it when they come out and fight afterwards. And it's that sort of discipline. And to me, there are too many fighters today that want to tell the trainer what to do. Too many fighters today that want to be the boss in the training camp. If you're the boss in the training camp, then what's the point of the trainer being there apart from being a yes man? Not on. So you'll make those mistakes. You train the way you prepare to fight. I remember Jim Watt saying it. Train the way you're prepared to fight. So if you in the gym and you are constantly dropping, you're throwing your jab, and as you throw your jab, you're dropping it down by your side, and you're telling the trainer, yeah, I feel comfortable. Do you know how many fighters I know that say, I'm comfortable doing that? You're comfortable doing what? Leaving yourself open to get cracked over the top with a right hand. You're comfortable doing that. That's just the way I fight. Okay. Or the excuse could be, well, I've had 40 odd par fights. I've knocked 39 of them out. Who are you to tell me anything? You understand? That sort of arrogant talk. I'm not saying Wilder does have that talk. I'm just saying there are fighters that do talk like that. They're unbeaten. So, I've got a better record than you. Had a better career to you. I've won more world titles than you. Who are you to tell me what to do? That's sort of arrogance. You understand? That's like ignorance. Or they've got fighters who've got uh, nut huggers, guys that hang around them to say, "Oh, you're the champ. Yeah, champ." Don't have to listen to what your trainer says. You got it on lockdown, man. You got it handled. You got it under control. Yeah, they're not fighting for you. And then when you get knocked out, what happens? They're gone. They're gone for dust. You're in the dressing room by yourself. You and the damn trainer. You and the trainer. You like this, and your trainer's like this. That's what happens when you listen to people who can't fight, people who've never fought, people who've never put a pair of gloves on, people who don't know the sport of boxing. They watch a couple of Rocky movies and they think that's boxing. They go to one fight, one pay per view event. They've got one pay per view fight event a year, and they think they know boxing. Then there's a sweet science to the sport. That's why you just can't come off. You just can't come off the streets and just come and start fighting like that. You get beat up. And these bodybuilders that come in the gym. You're a boxer. Yeah, I used to box, mate, and I train fighters as well. But so this is the mentality, and I can talk about this mentality even further because I've been coaching for over 20 years. Coaching over 20 years, not just coaching at local level, coaching locally, nationally, internationally. Do you understand? Not just coaching in the UK, coaching in the Caribbean, coaching in Australia, coaching in America, coaching in Europe. Do you understand? And coaching some of the best around and leaving legacy 10 years on, 15 years on, go back afterwards. The same people you've been coaching 10 years on, now they are leaders in their own rights at their own clubs. Do you understand? So what I'm saying to you is this: it's the mental approach a fighter takes in this situation, and it's your mental approach. How willing are you to accept information? How willing are you prepared to make changes? Or how deluded are you? How deluded are you? Because there are some really deluded fighters. They are so deluded to the fact where the trainer's trying to tell them, hey, listen, that fast fight you had there, I didn't think you won that last fight. What do you mean you don't think I won the last fight? I got the nod, didn't I? You lost that fight, bro. No, I didn't lose that fight. I didn't lose that fight. I was winning that fight by 12 rounds. Bro, no. No, bro, you were not winning that fight by 12 rounds. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're very lucky because at the end of the day, you have escaped a situation, and a better fighter, the better mentality will listen and say, you know what, you're right. I didn't really do good there. Didn't really do good there. Let me go to the gym and work on that. A lot of fighters today, a lot of them will say, yeah, I'm going back to the drawing board. They ain't going back to no damn drawing board. They ain't got a drawing board in the first place. They ain't got a board to go to. They'll go back and do the same crap again, right? And then they turn after, oh, I'm better, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm better this fight. Oh, it's the best training camp I had. You do the same crap you did from the last fight camp to this camp. You're so deluded. So how can you be a better? How can you be a better fighter doing the same crap over and over and over again? This is another opportunity within this whole coronavirus lockdown. It's an opportunity for fighters to take a look at your career, sit down and watch your fights. Watch your fights. If you've had a close fight, go back and watch. Were you getting counted over the top with the right hand? Were you susceptible to the left hook? Did you get caught straight, walking straight, backing up in straight lines? Were you being out jabbed? Did you move your head? Do you understand? How did you handle boxing the southpaw? If you're southpaw, how did you handle boxing the orthodox? I mean, how good are you at taking instructions? How good are you at from the point you're in the gym to the point you're in the ring? Can you show me examples of how what you did in the gym worked out in the ring? You know, was it the check left hook? Was it the double jab right hand combination? Was it you were against the ropes and you're able to block 3, 4 punches and spin off the ropes and then throw a combination? Do you understand? These are the things that I'd want to hear from trainer and fighter. And there's another thing. Another thing. A lot of these trainers can only train you one way. You trainer can only train you one way. Double jab, right hand. Double jab, mate. Right hand. Come up with left hook. Yeah, that'll work you at local level. That might get you an area title. May even get you a British title, depending on the depth of the division. But when you're stepping into world title contention or being a world to be like to have a world champion and being a serious contender and a serious champion of some real note, yeah, double jab right hand, mate. It's all right. You just get your double jab right hand off. Mate, that's not going to work. You have to be able to, slow your jab, speed your jab up. Do you understand? Throw your jab so you know be able to mix up your rhythm. Some guys are going to be coming at you, throwing a jab better than yourself. Are you able to block the jab? Are you able to slip the jab? Are you able to counter the jab? Are you able to neutralize your jab? Are you able to catch and shoot? There's so many different things you need to be able to do to be adaptable. So, okay, if you've got a guy that comes charging at you, are you able to use your feet to maneuver yourself in and out of positions? These things are so important. What is your plan B? Don't tell me, don't sit down at a press conference and say, yeah, you know what? If this happens in a fight, you got a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You got all these plans, but come fight time now, when you're in the fight, you get caught with the left jab, you get caught with the right hand, you get caught with the left hook, and there ain't no change. From round 1 to round 10, you're doing the same crap. Well, I thought you said you had 8 or 9 different game plans. Why do you ever hear about your game plans? You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Off the front foot, I can do this. I can box off the front foot. Yeah, we've seen you do that. I can box off the back foot. I've seen you do that. I can stand and trade you if I need to. There ain't no secret behind it. There's no rocket science behind it. You're a boxer. You're going to get in the ring. You're going to fight. You're going to throw punches. There's no secret behind that. Your job is to render the other guy unconscious and prevent yourself from being rendered unconscious. Believe it or not, boxing fans, boxing is back. Hit and not getting hit. But unfortunately, there's some fighters that are defensive fighters that are now trying to change their style to suit the crowd. Suit the crowd, right? And then they put themselves in a position to get themselves knocked out. They ain't got no world championship now. You ain't got no belt no more. You're laying up in a hospital because you want to prove to the crowd. The crowd ain't paying for your hospital bills. The crowd ain't coming to see you when you in the hospital. You're dehydrated or you got something on your brain. The crowd ain't doing it. All these things. I don't. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's another one. That's another one. Yeah. Tuck up tight and walk forward. What is that? Is that what you call a great trade? Is that what you call great trainers? Tuck up tight and walk forward. That is an example of a situation here. Callum Smith. And I'm not knocking Callum because I love Callum Smith, yeah. I love Callum Smith, right? I love his walk and I love his kind of demeanor. I think he could be so much better. He could be so much better a boxer puncher, I think. But I think he's limited. Why? Because if you push Callum Smith onto the back foot and push him against the ropes, what does Callum Smith do? He puts his hands like this and he just goes into a ball like that. But if he does that, sits on ropes for 12 rounds, what's going to happen? A decent fighter, like I said, when he fought John Ryder's going to pick him apart, put him against ropes, just punch him. He's not going to do anything back to you. Now, it's a trainer's responsibility. So when a guy's on the ropes like that, Callum Smith, not sitting on ropes like that, this is a great opportunity now for Callum Smith to actually learn how to fight off the ropes. Great opportunity. This is a fight. He needs to learn how to fight off the ropes. Anthony Yard. No disrespect to Anthony Yard. This is a great opportunity for Anthony Yard to be able to learn how to slip the jab against an excellent jabber. We saw when he fought Kovalev, he struggled against the jab. Deontay Wilder, has to learn how to deal with a guy who's got as long a reach as him or better reach than him, who's got a better jab than him, and who's prepared to take it to him. How does he respond to that? Wilder's got to be first to punch. Do you know what I mean? I can sit here and I can laugh all I want about what Anthony Joshua talked about. Yeah, we go with option two. I can laugh all I want about it, but ultimately that boy showed us. The man showed us how it's done. He changed his style from being one or just a reckless puncher into being a guy who gave us some sweet science. Call it running, hit and not get hit. He did. He followed the rules to the game plan. The game plan was hit, not get hit. Use the jab, box, run, do whatever. Just get them titles back. He did it. So fair play to him. Might not have been pretty, might not have got the knockout you wanted, but he is now unified heavyweight champion of the world. You understand? He saw there was a problem, he rectified the problem, and we are where we are today. Yes, Andy Reese contributed to that, but there you go. Many boxers use upright jab when when your arm is straight at the elbow, while they sometimes use it against shorter opponents. Against Fury, it didn't work because Tyson's reach was bigger. Or has Kovalev got anything else at top level? But he's moved up to cruiserweight now, isn't he? I don't know because with a fight like Kovalev, what you gotta understand with me, with Kovalev, he's struggling to make light heavyweight. That's clear. He's struggling to make light heavyweight. So the thing is, I wouldn't think that Kovalev was a big cruiserweight, but I don't think him being a big cruiserweight. I think his boxing ability is decent. He's got a good jab. We'll have to see how his power equates at cruiserweight to know, how good Kovalev is at cruiserweight. I just wait to see. Well, look at see what Gassiev has got a cruiserweight. I mean, a heavyweight now. So we'll see. I mean, one thing you cannot ever take away from a fighter of Kovalev's caliber is his experience. His experience. You understand? We've got a lot of experience there. Experience can get you very far at top level. It's how much he wants it, and see how much he wants it, and how much he can continue to fight under his trainer and learn from his trainer. Because obviously he's learned some things off his trainer, which have been helpful to him as well. So, right. So as far as I'm concerned, in terms of the coronavirus, there's lots of opportunity for fighters to get on and make changes. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little different. It's not your typical boxing video, but yeah, it's a lot of things there that I feel could be helpful to fighters. And those fighters who are under contracts that want to get away from dodgy managers, then this could be a blessing for you as well. Because as his contract's running down and you're not fighting, you know, it runs down faster. You understand? So that's good. Right, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm really tired. It's been a long day, and I've done a video over on BWTM Online. Get across to BWTM Online. I think it premiered earlier on about the state of the political state in Grenada, the island of Grenada, having a lockdown, and seeing how it's going on the island over there. Very poor state of affairs. Shows you how fortunate you can be, and how fortunate we are in the UK. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate you. And I'll speak to you all very soon. I hope you're enjoying the sports gaming videos as well. Take care.